Ahmed Rushdi joins us from Baghdad. Ahmed is a senior foreign policy advisor to the Housing Committee of the Iraqi Parliament. Ahmed, always good to see you on TRT World. People are wondering why more protesters have died in Iraq than any other country in the world that is having protests. And we're seeing them from South America all the way to Europe, to Asia and Hong Kong, of course, and across the Middle East. Why is Iraq deadly for protesters more than any other country?
Well, actually, it's for three main reasons. The first one is that no one has suffered 16 years in oiled country that suffering from unemployment, poor of services, loss of infrastructures, and so on. The second thing is that we all know that it's a Shia-dominant government, and the Shia governorate, between brackets, actually didn't get any success in those important files. The unemployment is the major problem in the south, in the southern governorates. The third thing, which is also very important, is that Iraqi people, always looking for dramatic changes, and dramatic changes needs to be sacrificed. In a way or another, people thinking that staying in the streets, it will make a huge pressure on the Iraqi government. In the beginning, it was only for reforms. Now they are become more intelligent. In a way or another, they are asking the government, they are asking the parliament to do laws like electoral law, and also the law for the committee, the electoral committee, which show you that it has become with an obvious demands to try to make a pressure on the Iraqi government and the parliament to do the right reforms, to reach, at least to solve problems, at least in a way or another, in the next 2 years or 3 years.
Are the security forces out of control?
In a way or another, it looks like in the southern governorate, in these 2 days, it looks like it's become more dangerous. Maybe we're going to reach some sort of a civil war between brackets. I hope it will not happen on that way, but it looks like what's happening, especially in Karbala, Najaf, in Nasriya, in Basra, in Simawa, and also even in Hilla. Now in Hilla, the situation is very dangerous. So you can imagine how much the killing is happening there. That would show you that maybe, and also it's just maybe, that the protesters is not becoming only protesters. They are also handling guns and try to shoot the security forces. In a way or another, the killing is going high and high, and it's non-stop. The people in the southern governorates looking for a deal made by the Marja'iyya in a way or another. And the Marja'iyya last Friday said, obviously, is that you should push in the parliament, you should make those two laws. Those two laws are very important, because it will pave the way for early elections, which is at the end, you're going to get rid of this government.
We've been talking over the course of the past few weeks, with all of these protest movements happening across the Middle East, about mismanagement and alleged corruption. Iraq, according to Transparency International, as we've just said, the 12th most corrupt country in the world. How does a country, and we understand all of the troubles Iraq has had for more than a decade now, how does a country which made in April $7 billion by selling oil find itself in a situation where it can't even provide basic services for its population?
Yeah, it's corruption. The exact word for such a report is that corruption. And corruption, it started with the presence of the Americans, by the way. They started the issue of giving money without looking or making some sort of reports about the projects in Iraq. So it started from that way, from that date. We are talking about the end of 2003. Then it becomes just like, how you call it, a rolling issue, and it's become more and deeper in the Iraqi institutes, which at the end it reaches even the government now. Even this government it's only 1 year, and they all talk about, or let's say most of the Iraqis, when you're talking about the Iraqi government, they all said it's corrupted. Why? Because before 1 year, Iraq has excess in the budget. About we are talking about 5% from the budget, which about $40 billion, and in 1 year it become debt about $136 billion. So in 1 year you have a debt about 136. Why is that? Where is the money is going? And on that issue, all those issues, financial issues, actually make a pressure on the daily Iraqi requirement for a person in Iraq, for an individual in Iraq. So you can imagine how much in 1 year this pressure become on a daily basis on the Iraqi individuals. At the end, it's explode in the face of the Prime Minister in the 1st of October. So that's why even the government, the parliament, saying that the demands, it's legitimate. They are looking for anti-corruption government. They are looking for reduce the unemployment. They are looking for good services. And all of these things need to be managed. At least the Iraq is now saying that this government cannot manage those things, need to be managed with a new government. That means a new election. That means we need a new law of election and also a new committee of election.
Ahmed, thank you so much. Ahmed Rushdi speaking to us from Baghdad. Really appreciate it.